Welcome back to Homestead Dreaming, everyone. I'm Kira, and today I have been tagged by Mallorie at the Quebec Homestead as what my favorite tool is.
And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin.
So there are actually quite a few garden tools that I really love using in my garden, and even though I have multiple tools that do a plethora of different things, there is one particular tool that stands out above the rest.
On our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all.
And honestly, I really love that Mallorie tagged me in this challenge because we both reached 9,000 subscribers on the same day. So we decided, we were chatting with each other, and we had decided to go into a friendly competition between ourselves to see who could reach 10,000 subscribers first between the two of us. And then we thought, well, why don't we make it somewhat more interesting for all of our viewers to be a little bit more invested? So we decided that once we both reach 10,000 subscribers, we're both going to do a joint giveaway, and it's going to be massive. We're going to have two winners, one in the US and one in Canada, since she is based in Canada and I'm in the US. And we are just having the best time trying to come up with wonderful things to give away to you guys for being just absolutely wonderful. Because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be at this point, and just 10,000 subscribers being so close is mind-blowing to me. So thank you so much. Definitely subscribe to Mallorie and to me if you haven't already, because when we both reach that 10,000 subscriber mark, giveaway time. So being in an urban setting has created somewhat of a challenge for me. You have to be super creative on how to maximize your space. And so that has introduced me to a bunch of tools to help make that space maximization as efficient as possible. But really, my absolute favorite tool, it's actually technically a multi-tool. I actually love this tool so much, I bought it twice. So I think about 2 years ago, I bought a Hori Hori. And this one in particular is a bare bones Hori Hori. It is their base model. I was on a budget, and so I spent like $25 or $30 on this Hori Hori, and it has served me so incredibly well. It is the tool that I reach for the most when I come out here. I use it for digging holes, I use it for loosening weeds, I use it for cutting big branches because it's got a serrated edge. I use it to cut tags off of things. I use it to open bags of mulch and bags of compost. And I knew that Mallorie was going to be tagging me in this particular challenge, and I lost it. And I thought to myself, well, crap, how am I supposed to do a video on my favorite tool when I don't have my favorite tool? So I decided to upgrade. So I purchased this one, and I used it yesterday, so it's a little dirty, but I purchased this one. It's also bare bones. It's a more elaborate model. It's a higher end model, and so the tip is a little bit more pointed. The edges are sharper. Of course, it's newer, so it's gonna be sharper anyway. It's got a gorgeous hilt. I love the way it feels in my hand. I have a little divot here, which I think is actually to lay it flat in the holder, which is fantastic that it came with a sheath, and it has like a little belt clip here. But I feel like I could put my thumb here in this little divot and it fits perfectly, and I get a great grip. And then of course I get this in the mail, and I go to use it, and I find my original Hori Hori. But so now I have two quality, stunning, versatile tools that I can use out in my garden, and I love this tool. I absolutely recommend it to anybody who has a garden because I use it for almost everything. Not sponsored, by the way. Though if you want to sponsor me, just send me an email because I'd be more than happy to be a bare bones affiliate. Okay, so let me show you how versatile this really is. I haven't mulched this bed yet, and I still have to pull this cabbage that has decided to bolt and give it to the chickens right here. And this bed is still pretty weedy. I've got 2 spoon tomatoes here in the back. It still needs to be composted and mulched up, and I need to get T-posts to finish out my tomatoes. But I can show you something that is super versatile, and here's why. These blackberries here, kind of invasive. It's kind of what blackberries do. So they're trying to come up in places that I don't want them to come up in, which is where I feel like the versatility of this Hori Hori really comes into play, because they're a lot harder to get out than like normal grass weeds would be. So let me show you. Like this one, the root's still in there. I just pulled up the top leaves. So it's gonna come back. It's right here. And I wanna pull that whole thing up right here. So this whole thing, this little nub right here is a blackberry vine that's coming up from underneath here. But when I try and pull it, it just breaks off. The actual vine is still in there. So I'm gonna dig it up using my Hori Hori. Right here. And then kind of dig under and pull up a little bit. So here it is. It's right here. It goes under my garden beds and under the grass. And if I keep pulling, I'll eventually get it back to the main tree. But I don't want to dig up my whole yard. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it. See? Look at that. It just came right off. It would help if it wasn't so wet. So I'm just going to cut it off here. And call it a day. It's also a fantastic harvesting tool, because things that have bigger stems like cabbage, or like when you're trying to tear down an okra tree at the end of the season, those things have huge stalks. This makes a huge difference. Oh, a little sluggy. We can give this to the chickens. Don't run away. Ooh, we got crickets and grasshoppers. The chickens will really enjoy this too. Oh no, I lost the slug. Oh, I found it again. I'm gonna put it inside. I'm actually gonna put this sluggy inside this cabbage, since we're just gonna give it to the chickens anyway. So we're gonna cut this stem off using our Hori Hori. Crickets! So we've been working on changing the layout of our backyard a little bit, and we've decided to move our fire pit to the back, and we've dug out a spot and started to kind of like preemptively frame it. It rained so much last night that the entire thing is filled with water. I didn't think I was building a swimming pool back here. But let's give this bolted cabbage to the chickens. I'm gonna attempt not to slip and slide everywhere because it is super duper muddy. I'm gonna set y'all down so you can watch. So thanks again, Mallory, for tagging me in What's My Favorite Tool Challenge. I am going to tag Josh at the Citystead to tell me what is your favorite tool to use for your garden. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to Mallory's channel, because when we both reach 10K, we're gonna be doing a massive giveaway, but it won't happen until we're both there. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed finding out what my favorite gardening tool is, and I hope that you stick around for the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.